ask for the truth on behalf of Susan Brown concerning relationship issues. Will her and Derek get back together again? Ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And we just got the deck for you there, Susan, and we'll place the cards to the side, and we'll deal out 3 cards in a spread of 3, past, present and future. In this case, as we always seem to do, or I seem to focus on the recent past and the immediate future. So the recent past, about a moon phase behind, isn't it? About 3 or 4 weeks or so ago, that is. And then, of course, Susan Brown right now at present, there. And then Susan Brown in the immediate future, about 3 or 4 weeks or so ahead. About a moon phase ahead, 27, 28 days ahead there. So let's just flip each card in turn, as you would say, to investigate what is actually going on here concerning this question of reconciliation and this relationship that was and maybe, who knows. Let's pull out the first card, see what's been going on first. We'll look establishing the situation, just to find out what's been going on over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, which may give us some idea of what chance there is of it happening now, maybe. Well, look at this. You've got the minstrel, the energy of the minstrel. The minstrel is a member of the royal court. I got a funny feeling here as though you did meet Derek, you did speak to him. You have done anyway. And this, of course, may well have inspired you to get back, but you have spoken to him since. And you did have feelings for him, no doubt, as you probably have had for quite a while. But you didn't say so. You didn't say what you wanted. You wanted him back, but you didn't say you wanted him back. Like now you want him back. But before, over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, you didn't tell him. Since you spoke to him last, over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, basically, you didn't tell him how you really felt and what you really wanted from it. You didn't tell him that you wanted to get back together, and you should have done. You know you should have done, and that's, I suppose, to some degree, that we should do, we would do, and we should, but this would changes in abatements and delays. As Claudius said in Hamlet. It's a very interesting thing, isn't it? We can look at the card and we can see that the minstrel sings a song. He's an entertainer. He sings, I love you, tra-la-la-la. Doesn't mean he does love you, he just sings those words. To the naive person, I suppose you could say, they might believe that those words are true. That's why I suppose you should have let your intentions be known back then, instead of just singing a song to either the contrary or just to try and cover it up in a sense of, well, we don't want to have a big song and dance about it, literally. We don't want to make a fuss. We don't want to kick off about it. It'll only end up how it whatever it was that caused us to split, it will only happen again. So maybe, who knows? But maybe you should have sung the song that you needed to sing. You sang a song, but maybe you got the wrong words to it, and you should have put the correct words to it. Right tune, wrong song, or vice versa. And of course, where there's melody, there's also harmony, isn't there? And the lack of harmony can bring that. Focusing on the hair, the flowing hair there, though he's got really long hair as such, as he the minstrel, but the long flowing hair there, why I'm sort of thinking as though he, I don't know, why am I looking onto that, I don't know. You tell me, as we move to the next card that represents you at present right now. Well, that's what touch it right now. It's present, isn't it? It's a silly thing to say. As bad as you. Let's just pull this card round. Let's flip this card. Let's examine this card and seek its truth. Flip it nice and slowly, not too quickly there, nice and steady. And there we have the energy of the wolf. In a lot of beliefs, the wolf symbolises loyalty and nurture and things like that, doesn't she? She nurtures a young and they're all faithful to one another, etc. In this particular deck, there is a darker sort of side to it. Right now, you're being warned basically just to be careful who you trust. Yes, you should have told Derek what you really felt about him and what you wanted from this. But at the same time, be careful who you trust. You see, this was the problem, wasn't it, Susan? It was a trust issue, a lack of trust. This is what broke the situation, well, what broke the relationship down. I'm sort of sensing this, feeling this from it, and it's this is what it's about. You see, Susan, trust is like virginity. Once you lose it, you are fucked. And of course, what comes from that, I suppose, in anybody's guess, isn't it, really? But the wolf there is clearly indicating beware who you trust. Yes, the wolf is trustworthy, the wolf is protective, and the wolf is loyal. But when the wolf is there, sort of warning you to beware who you trust, they can't all be trusted like me, you know, Susan. Be careful. And this has been the problem. Maybe, I don't know if you've just spoken to Derek over the past few days or few hours even. But it's a trust issue, I'm afraid. And letting your intentions be known, letting him know what you want from this is one thing. If you can't trust him, which is the reason why things split, it's nice to think, well, maybe next time. Remember, the definition of insanity in some regards is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. If you get what I mean. Doing an experiment or whatever and expecting a different result at each time you do the same thing. And maybe, I don't know, maybe your efforts are more out of hope than purpose. Maybe. Let's see what your immediate future holds. Let's see what energy vibrates there right now. If you follow this path and you carry on with the way you are carrying on right now, maybe, as I said, out of hope and purpose, maybe because all else has failed and you're going back to the one probably who may have hope and purpose. You've got love, Susan. The love card. Yes, beware who you trust, and it was a trust issue that we've established that was the problem and is the problem now. I can't trust you, Derek, but I want you back, but I can't trust you. But nevertheless, true love and fidelity is just around the corner for you. Will you get back together? Maybe you should have done it over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, and now you're going to beware who you trust. But nevertheless, the true love and fidelity that's just around the corner for you, is this getting him back or not? Is this Derek turning over a new leaf, or is this somebody else who is trustworthy, who will show faithfulness towards you? I am sort of sensing the latter, somebody else. Somebody else who is, they say be careful what you wish for, Susan. You just might get it. And in a way you might do. But you also might discover something a bit better. What you wish for. It depends where your feelings are at the moment, doesn't it? And it depends what energies are surrounding this. I want to pull another card here, Susan, and I want to see what happens after the love and fidelity takes hold. Is this love and fidelity with Derek, or is this love and fidelity with somebody else, given the fact that Derek can't be trusted? Or should we say, given the fact that you can't really trust Derek, but nevertheless you want to try and do, or is this you can't trust each other? What is this about? Is this an opportunity to start again with Derek, a trustworthy Derek who's learnt his lesson? Or what? What's this about? I think it's somebody else, personally, but I could be wrong, Susan. You are hoping I'm wrong, aren't you? Let's see if I am or not. Let's just rotate this just other card here, and let us just see what this energy is all about. I suppose you could say around about sort of late March, early April, sort of late February, well, it's late February now, well, it will be soon with this here, but this could be sort of early March, couldn't it? We're early February there, then yes, early to late March. This will cover, won't it? And of course, the Chimera there. Well. Whatever is going on, or whatever happens with the energy of the wolf right now, whoever you can trust, whoever you can't trust, whoever you try and trust again, the love and fidelity with somebody else comes, but nevertheless, is this love and fidelity with Derek only to realise that your imagination clouds your judgment? Oh, no, it's somebody else. This is somebody else, Susan. And your imagination will cloud your judgment, and you will judge them in the same way as you've judged Derek. In the same way as you can't trust Derek, you won't trust them, and yet they will be trustworthy. In a sense, this is a warning, Susan. You've been warned not to shoot yourself in the foot, aren't you? Go well, Susan. For now, for you, these cards have spoken.